Live from Casa Grande Field on the campus of Brien McMahon High School, it's Varsity Girls Soccer on the DAF Media Network. Tonight, it's the Darien Blue Wave against the Brien McMahon Senators. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us on this DAF Media broadcast of high school varsity girls soccer. Well, it's state playoff time, and the Darien Blue Wave will start their state tournament on the road against the Brien McMahon Senators here from Casa Grande Field under the lights. It is a, dreary night, to put it mildly, as we take a look at the Darien huddle. First round of the Class LL CIAC state playoffs. Darien is the 18 seed. Brien McMahon is the 15 seed. These two teams met during the regular season. That game ended in a 1-1 tie. John Bradley joining me for this DAF Media broadcast of high school varsity soccer. It's state playoff time. It's not very nice outside, and we are ready to go.
It's gorgeous out tonight. It's lovely. The rain has just stopped. It's a little breeze, probably about 45, 50 degrees of a night game in November. Beautiful to play in. As I said, the girls are ready. I think today's going to be tricky for both keepers. I think in the first 10, 15 minutes, both teams are going to challenge the keepers early. It's wet, it's slick. Could come down to who makes the least mistakes in defence. And as I said, I think the keepers are going to be put under a lot of pressure. Just getting ready to kick off in about the next 10 seconds.
Again, we are live here from Casa Grande Field. So glad you could join us on this DAF Media Network broadcast. The DAF Media Network is a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. And we are just thrilled to be able to bring this first round state playoff game to you between the Brien McMahon Senators and the Darien Blue Wave. Our DAF Media production crew, Sarah Bogdan, camera 1, camera 2 is Peter McLean, and joining us in about 15-20 minutes is Camilla Sucre, and she will man one of our cameras. Pete will direct, and we will be off and running. We are just about ready for the start of this one. Damian Andrew alongside John Bradley. So glad you could be with us. As I just mentioned, these two teams met during the regular season, and it ended in a 1-1 tie. The winner will move on to the next round and play the 2-seed Suffield on Wednesday. We are underway here at Brien McMahon High School. Darien in the white unis, Brien McMahon in the navy blue unis with the red on top, the white numbers. Ball in midfield. Here's Peyton McNamara. Keep an eye on her, number 9 for Brien McMahon, a terrific player, one of the captains, just a junior, an Ohio State commit, really talented player.
Yeah, obviously she's going to be the key for the McMahon team. Darien on the attack here. Yeah, the ref.
So we will have a foul, John, on the...
Yeah, the ref saw it early, as I said. For those of you who don't know, you can play the advantage, and then the ref has the right to bring it back for the free kick. So we gave the Darien player the benefit of the doubt there. McMahon will be unhappy here because they would have not wanted to see Natalie Bravo taking a free kick this early, so she's going to look to launch this into the box, where I think Darien have the slight advantage on these set pieces.
And Bravo will move it up to about the 30-yard line here.
I was well picked up by this official. The official on the far side didn't see it. It was definitely closer to the 30 than the 40. This is very dangerous. I would imagine she's going to put a shot on goal here. This could be very dangerous for McMahon. That's a little bit too high.
And that sails over the crossbar.
She's been so consistent on those that she'll be a little bit disappointed with that, because she'll realise all she has to do is hit the target. As I said, both keepers are going to get tested early with these slick conditions.
These are two teams that just made it into the FCIAC tournament. Brien McMahon was the 7 seed. Darien was the 8 seed.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, both of these teams know everything about each other. So this is going to be a game about determination, and who has that extra bit of quality that can open up the game. And because both of them know that the next round, although Suffield are the 2 seed, Darien went on the road there last year and beat them. Their conference is not as strong as the FCIAC, so both of them know that this game's going to be every bit as tough as the Suffield game.
Darien notched a huge win in the first round of the FCIAC tournament. They were the 8th seed, as I mentioned. They played the top seed, Staples, and was able to beat the Wreckers 2-0 in
it was two
overtimes.
I was there for that game. It was 2 great free kicks right at the start of the overtime. 2 free kicks back to back by Dolan and Bravo, and then Darien held on comfortably for the win. But McMahon on the attack here. As I said, they'll be looking to keep McNamara and Ortolano quiet. They'll figure if they can do that, the Darien will have a chance to win the game. They won't want McNamara driving into them like that. As I said, they've got to make sure that McNamara doesn't have time or space, because then I said if she can release Ortolano, number 4, Darien could be in trouble.
Yeah, McNamara and Ortolano, kind of the 1-2 punch for this Brien McMahon Senators team. Head coach Angelo Singerliotis, had a chance to talk to him, say hello before the match, and Darien is coached by Lee Parsons, who took over for the man standing to my right, John Bradley, the coach of the varsity boys soccer team at Darien. And
they look much better now than they ever did.
Used to coach the girls team at Darien. And actually, John used to coach the girls team here at Brien McMahon High School.
I've been about a little bit.
I was just going to say, you're well-traveled, John.
Yeah, as I said, these games are difficult because, as I said, there's no... both teams are looking to be playing the same system, playing the same way. And, as I said, it's going to be a game of who can open up the game, who's got the extra little bit of quality. McMahon will be looking to drive this into the box here.
This is McNamara.
It's a very good delivery. Darien have to win this first header. That's well defended there by Darien.
And a good clear by the Blue Wave. Ball on the far sideline. Here's Bravo.
Problem is, I said, when you win those, Bravo there just like gave the ball back because the forward had already dropped in. So she's got to be careful on those to hold on to the ball a little bit longer. Harnish the centre forward. Darien tends to only play one forward. She was back defending the free kick, so there was no one for Bravo to release the ball to. Niff in here with the clearance.
The 2 goalies tonight for Darien, it's Olivia Maniscalco, and for Brien McMahon, Kayla Cochia.
So both these teams have had very, very solid seasons. So they both did well in the FCIAC tournament. It'll be interesting to see, as I said, how these first 15-20 minutes go. If either team can get a legitimate chance on goal, put the other team under pressure, because both these teams defend very well. So this first goal is going to be important in this game. Again, as I said, the rain stopped, the winds died down a little bit.
Rain in the forecast this evening, a wet and soggy day in southwestern Connecticut.
That's a great ball by Bravo. Looks to me like the Darien soccer team has showed up. The boys are here to watch some of the girls play. If anyone hears a strange voice in the background, that belongs to Connor Elson, screaming his head off down there. Again, Darien moving the ball nicely. If they can open up and use the width of the field, that's where I feel they can get at McMahon. As I said, just there, Bellissimo for Darien, number 19, very quick. If she stays a little bit wider there, we'll be able to get the ball into her feet, so she'll be able to attack down the wings. Using the width here is going to be very important for Darien. That's great work by Darien. A bit sloppy there, giving the ball back. And then McMahon giving it straight back. I said both teams starting here a little bit nervous. Dolan will be looking to get a shot here if she can. Well closed down. That's a tough ball to defend. Again, like I said earlier, in the conditions with the slickness of the surface, it's going to take a little bit of extra quality. So Darien there need to get the ball, settle down, open the game up and use a little bit more skill than they have. Just kicking the ball here is not going to do you any good on this surface. And again, you can see both teams struggling with their first touch here. That's a good header there by McMahon.
Both teams, John, still trying to feel each other out a little bit here in the early going. We're about 9 minutes into this one.
That's great ball movement by Darien. But again, all too narrow. We've got to start to use the width of the field. I said I know the coaches will have drummed that into them because they'll have watched tape of the first game. There you go. That's great work there by Darien.
The game during the regular season that these two teams played was right here at Casa Grande Field, Brien McMahon High School. Again, that ended in a 1-1 tie. Ball is on the far side of the field here as Darien tries to attack on offense and set something up. Here's Bravo near the 40. And so this will be a free kick for the Blue Wave.
In a very dangerous position here.
And of course it'll be Ilana Dolan, the captain, taking this.
I could save the ref a little bit of energy there. It's a football field with numbers on it, so he doesn't really have to walk out 10 yards there. I said Dolan will be looking here to swing this right towards the penalty spot. Oh, I'm completely wrong. There was a plan, but it was nothing to do with me. As I said, that's disappointing. I said that's 2 free kicks. Darien have got to get these on target to challenge the keeper.
Damian Andrew alongside John Bradley. Thanks for joining us on this DAF Media broadcast of Varsity Girls Soccer. No score here. Over 10 minutes into this one. Brien McMahon, the 15 seed, Darien, the 18 seed. But as you well know, John, seeding in the soccer state tournaments for the boys or the girls, just like in baseball and softball, doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot.
Like I said earlier, that was a great run there by McNamara. Darien got closed down a little quicker. So a poor shot at the end, but great technique there to take on 3 or 4 people. Both these teams, I said earlier, will know that the Suffield game, even though they're the 2 seed, is going to be a winnable game. It's not like going to play one of the big dogs from a different conference. Suffield are very, very good, but comparable with both these teams. So they'll know that if they come out of here with a win, they've got a great shot to make it to the quarterfinals.
Well, and Darien.
That's great right here by Darien. Again, disappointing there because Bravo's better than that. She should have looked there to switch the play to Solga out on the left. Like I keep stressing, Darien's got to switch the play and use the width in order to get behind this McMahon defence. It's a good throw there by Ramsey. Well defended.
And that ball will roll out of bounds. You mentioned Ramsey. That is the younger sister of Katie Ramsey, who had such a distinguished career at Darien in 3 sports. And it was on the soccer team last year that made that run all the way to the state semifinals before bowing out to Staples at Fairfield Ludlow High School in the state semifinals. Katie Ramsey now at USC, where she's playing lacrosse, and her younger sister now following in her first footsteps with the Darien girls soccer program.
That's a tough place to turn there with 2 defenders next to you. But again, it's very cagey. Because both teams looking as though they're playing with just one forward here. So looks like both coaches content to feed each other out.
Maggie Ramsey, who we were just talking about, one of 5 freshmen for Darien head coach Lee Parsons.
I mean, both of these rosters are very, very young.
Young rosters.
If you look at the McMahon roster, I think they start 3 seniors, maybe.
Yeah, it's a very young roster. I mean, you look at their top player, one of the top players in the state, is Peyton McNamara, just a senior, so they would get her back next year.
Bellissimo contact. There we go.
She tries to turn it, and it rolls across the end line.
But she, as I said, that's what Darien needs to be doing. She could probably, once she took on the first defender, get across into the box. But that was well done there by Bellissimo. I said if Darien, as I said, going to stress it all game and get the ball out wide to feet, take players on, Darien can come out of it with victory. McMahon with a goal kick.
Ball's on the far side of the field, rolls out of bounds. McMahon retains possession. While we have a moment, I want to thank the entire Brien McMahon High School Athletic Department, including Athletic Director Joe Mataferri, for being so generous to us. This has kind of been our home away from home the last
he might even be listening.
2 weeks. Yeah,
he's in Japan right now.
We were here for the FCIAC field hockey tournament, the semifinals of that and the finals. Darien beating Staples in the championship of the FCIAC tournament. And now we're back here for the first round of the Class LL state tournament. And we've got what we think will be a pretty good one here between Darien and Brien McMahon.
As I said, Joe Mataferri, the AD here, absolute gentleman, is away in Japan for a couple of weeks, and I'm sure he's listening to this whilst he's away. Wouldn't miss any McMahon games for the world. And again, I said it's a fairly cagey start. As I said, it's similar to the first matchup between the two teams where there wasn't too many chances. I'm not sure, as I said, McMahon have had one shot from distance from McNamara. Darien really haven't troubled the keeper. I'm surprised with the attacking ability of McMahon that they're actually playing so defensive. It puts a lot on Ortolano and McNamara. They could definitely be more attacking. They've got some excellent players out there on the field. That was well done there by Garlick. But yeah, as I said, I'm looking forward to the first team that's willing to take a chance. It's tough because they know that this is one and done, so neither team's really willing at the moment to force the other's hand.
I was just going to ask you, how does strategy play differently now that we're in the state tournament? It's one and done. You lose, your season's over with. Does coaching change at all? Lee and Angelo.
Well, I mean, pretty much you've obviously got the same personnel, so nothing you can do in that respect. But I said we have the same situation tomorrow where we're going to play Staples. That's a great ball by Bravo. Harnish could be in here. That's a good effort. So as I said, we're going to play Staples tomorrow. We know our strengths and weaknesses. We know theirs. As I said, I'm always a fan in these kind of games of going for it. It looks like, as I said here, both teams playing a 4-5-1 or a 4-3-3, whichever way you want to call it. But at any one time, they've got one player forward that you can see here. McMahon then also looking to attack down the wings. That should easily roll out for a goal kick. As I said, so we're going tomorrow again with our two forwards against Staples to try and win the game. But I think the longer this game goes, when it stays even, it's going to be more difficult for either coach to change its strategy. As I said, it looks like both of them are content to leave it on their main players, like it seems to be like McMahon or relying on Ortolano, Chloe Ortolano in midfield, and Peyton McNamara to get their chances, and Darien will look at Harnish, Dolan and Bravo and see if they can sneak a goal. And I imagine if either team can sneak a an early goal here, they'll definitely look to defend a little more and keep the whole game compact. That's well defended there by Sydney Molivar back there. But again, there's no pressure here on Nell Neffin. Got to do better on the ball there.
Again, it's Darien McMahon live from Casa Grande Field. You are watching the DAF Media Network. Darien in the white. They are the 18 seed. Last year, they were the 8 seed in this very same state tournament and made it all the way to the state semifinals. Brien McMahon in the navy with the red trim and the white numbers. They are the 15 seed. They were 8-3-5 during the regular season, and Darien was 9-5-2 during the regular season.
That's well pressured there by Darien. Definitely been impressed at the back with Molivar and Lister in there for McMahon. As I said, Darien just had the one shot. McMahon haven't troubled the Darien defence at all just yet. As I said, the next 10 minutes is going to be interesting to see which team can get control of the midfield. I think either team can get control of the centre midfield, then they're definitely going to create one or two more chances. Again, if McMahon be looking to get the ball up to Vivi Luna, number 20. This is what Darien won't want to see. McNamara in full stride. That's well defended. McMahon getting the ball out wide here. Should just roll out for a goal kick. No, that's well pressured there by Riley Gullick.
Riley Gullick, one of those underclassmen that you were talking about.
Yeah, just a freshman.
In the broadcast, just a freshman for Brien McMahon. Obviously, as you mentioned, both head coaches, Darien's Lee Parsons and McMahon's Angelo Singliotis, have a lot of confidence, I should say, in their underclassmen. A number of freshmen and sophomore out on the pitch this evening.
Again, that's a poor ball back in. I said McMahon, no, they can do it. That's well in there by Luna. And again, I said sometimes it just takes a little while to get used to the surface. But I said I feel if someone can receive the ball, take someone on and create a little bit of difficulty. No one's really troubling anyone at the moment. I said someone's got to pick up the ball in midfield, other than McNamara for McMahon and for Darien. I said Bravo and Dolan working hard, winning tackles, but if they're not creative, it's going to be hard for Darien to actually win this game and get some service up to Harnish, who's obviously playing as the lone striker today.
That ball rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Darien Blue Wave. Maggie Ramsey to throw it in.
It's a good throw there by Ramsey. Harnish will be looking to go forwards there. That's well defended though by Darien. Fox out to Finn. But it's all too compact in there. This is where Darien do not want to turn the ball over. This is the problem they're going to have. If McMahon counter-attack quickly. That's a great ball into the box. Oh, that's a let-off there for Darien.
Nice cross that time by Peyton McNamara.
That's a good ball back over the top as well. As I said, Ortolano, again for a player of her quality, I said she's had a good first half, but got to do slightly better on the ball there.
Here's McNamara with the ball as she tries to create. What a move.
Oh, we got that one. Play that one back and back and back and back again. That's a foul there to Darien, though. That'll give us a little bit of a breather.
Just a great move by Peyton McNamara. You can see her skills on display tonight under the lights here at Casa Grande.
Again, as she slipped that one through there was just not enough options for her to play it onto. That's a great delivery by Bravo. Great header there by Molivar.
Sidney Mulliver, another underclassman for Brien McMahon, just a sophomore. Just 5 seniors on this Brien McMahon squad, as you alluded to earlier, John.
That's a great ball there. But again, not too many options here. It forced Nash to take it out wide on her own there. Nowhere really to go. Well kept in by Ramsey. But again, we need to do better finding a Darien white shirt there. Great defending, but can't just give the ball away.
You can hear the crowd, a pretty good crowd considering the weather. Just really nasty this afternoon. We've still got some rain in the area. We're expected to get more rain before this game is over.
Slightly too far out for a shot here. I think the ref got that call correct, unfortunately. McNamara will be looking to clip this in somewhere around the penalty spot. I'm not sure. The ref's waving his hands. I'm not sure what that. That's a great ball into the box. That's sloppy from both teams. I said if I'm Angelo over there, I'm fuming at that we couldn't get a head on the ball, and then if I'm Coach Parsons, he'll be very annoyed that the girls have let that one go. Cannot be afraid of that. As I said, Darien got dead lucky there that the McMahon girls can't have fear when that ball goes into the box. Any part of your body gets on the end of it, that could have been a difficult save for the keeper. It's a good touch there by Bravo.
We have a number of views on this live stream. I want to thank all of you for watching us on the DAF Media
Great turn
Network.
in there.
Here's McNamara with possession.
That's great work there by McMahon. I said not to pick on her a little bit because that's not my style. I think Nash out here looks like a right-footed player playing out on the left. Again, we have the same problem. We only have 2 left-footed kids in on our whole varsity roster, but she's got to do a better job out here of changing her body position as she receives it, because Ortolano and McNamara, what they will do is if you're open, they'll give you the ball. They're not. They might be 2 of the most unselfish players on the ball. They can always look to take players on, but they know that they're going to get closed down quickly. Out here on the left, though, McMahon have got to look to, as I said, adjust the body position of the ball's coming, and then they can maybe get Ramsey under a little bit of pressure. But so far, very relaxed in there for Ramsey. She hasn't been troubled at all. She's defended very well this game. Just seems to be that most of the plays down this side of the field. But we're just drifting along here. Just under 15 minutes left.
And again, I want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew, as always, doing a terrific job. Sarah Bogdan on camera 1, Peter McLean on camera 2.
McMahon here with another chance. I said neither team have been very impressed with the work rate of both teams. As I said, it's difficult out there to get the nerves out of the system, get playing. But this is Darien have got to win this first header. Excellent ball into the box. Well grabbed by Maniscalco.
Olivia Maniscalco in goal for the Blue Wave for this first round state tournament game against Brien McMahon. There's a look at Olivia.
Nice punt as well there, almost to the halfway. That's unlucky there. Bellissimo could have just got that in behind.
That ball rolls out of bounds.
But I said I've been impressed here by both teams. I'm just interested to see who can have that extra little bit of what I call quality and invention to change a game. At the moment, it's a lot of grunt work by both teams. The crowd is yelling, but I do have to tell them that's a good decision by the ref. Definitely a little bit late there by the Darien player, obviously not on purpose.
McNamara will take the free kick here.
It's a battle of McNamara and Bravo between all these free kicks today.
There's a look at Peyton McNamara, the Ohio State commit, talented midfielder for this Brien McMahon varsity girls soccer team. McMahon looking to advance to the second round, as is Darien. McMahon lost in the first round of the state tournament a year ago.
That's unlucky there by Darien, but that's definitely the idea. That was a good ball from Ramsey to Dolan. Unlucky there by Bellissimo. McMahon. Again, that's frustrating as a coach when you get a free kick and give the ball straight back.
Brien McMahon lost in the first round of the state tournament a year ago, John, 2-1 to Cheshire in 2 overtimes.
I'll get back to you on that one. Harness should be looking here to get a shot on goal. Oh, that's well defended by Sydney Molivar there.
The sophomore coming up big on defense.
As I said, I'm looking at this McMahon team with what they've got coming back next year. And watch out FCIAC, because this team should be challenging for the top 4 next year. But let's hope Darien can beat him tonight and move on and play Suffield. Darien will be looking for the long throw into the box. It's a good throw by Ramsey. Difficult to defend, but it's all that's excellent defending by McMahon. Oh, well, you could hear the crowd. Hands on heads, oohs and ahs. Best effort of the game so far by Darien.
We're going to take another look at that as Bravo just wide of the near post. Nice camera work by our Peter McLean. And we are back to live action here.
McNamara with a free kick here. Said just drifting down, 10 minutes to go. Make for a whole different second half if one of the teams can sneak a winner. So not the winner, the first goal. That's an excellent header there. Looked like Dolan, but forgive me, I'm staring through a blurry window at this game, trying to do my best.
We are
tough to see some numbers.
Under 10 minutes remaining in the first half of this one. Still no score. Both teams have had opportunities, just have not been able to capitalize. John, your impression so far of this first half? I mean, pretty.
Well, I think you just hit the nail on the head, right? Most of it's both defences have had, other than that throw in just then, both defences have had a very easy life. They're defending, as I said, in their block of 4 with their. And neither team has been able to get in behind them. I said everything's been from distance other than the chance Darien just had. I think that one of the teams has got to be a little bit adventurous at some point and look to take someone on, get in behind and really attack one of the keepers. As I said, it's really both keepers have had not a lot to do for this whole game. And the what I'd call the flair players for each team pretty much have been kept quiet. So that's well done by both coaches. They had a game plan to shut down. I'll get back to you after this free kick. That's a great delivery into the box. That's another good save by Maniscalco. An early release. If they can, that's great work by Dave. If they can just release Harnish here, she's in. Just what I was. Oh, it's unlucky. But that's exactly what I was talking about. That's a great touch there by Nash. Looks like well defended there by Fox. I like that. She came across there, covered well. But exactly as what I was just talking about. That was a great ball into Harnish. Very unlucky there. One of the best 1v1 strikers in the league. So if Darien can get her in behind. And McMahon will be looking to do the same. As I said, he's got a lot of attacking options here. And it seems it's difficult for Vivi Luna to just be playing up top by herself. I think McMahon have a ton of attacking options, but it looks like they're playing a little bit cagey here. As I said, Luna's dropped in there, received the ball, but when you're the lone forward, there's no one to play it to. If you look between her and number 20 on the halfway line and Nell Niffin, who's playing at the back for Darien, there's probably 20 or 30 yards between them. So I'm not sure how McMahon, unless they are hoping that Chloe Ortolano or McNamara can put one in, are actually going to trouble the Darien defence. Obviously, they're two players of unbelievable skill that could do that, but otherwise it seems McMahon are just content to play their defensive system and hope to catch Darien on the counter-attack with one of their skillful players.
That ball rolls out of bounds. As I mentioned earlier, pretty good crowd here at Brien McMahon High School for this first-round state playoff game between Darien and Brien McMahon in varsity girls soccer. The throw-in by Ramsey, and she'll get to do it again.
Getting about 6.5 minutes to go. Another great throw there by Darien. Darien be looking for Ramsey to put another one of these into the box. Great time if Darien can get the first goal. Another great throw.
Nice throw by Ramsey as the McMahon defense looks to clear.
Again, a little bit of miscommunication there. I said Fox stepped up there in a great position, and Dolan should let that ball run to Fox. Should have had a lot better opportunity there to get that back into the box. Don't really expect that of two seniors. Dolan's just got to let that one run. Fox had a great chance there, facing the goal, 25 yards out. But again, the Darien defence, excellent job here in this first half. Haven't given McMahon a sniffer goal. As I said again, Luna's actually having a good game, but she's got no one to play off. As I said, it's strange of Angelo and Nicole over there, the two McMahon coaches, because as I said, I think that if they decide to open the game up, they've got an abundance of attacking players that could really put Darien under pressure. That's a great turn there by Ortolano.
You referred to Angelo and Nicole, the coaches for the Brien McMahon girls soccer team. Angelo Singliotis is the head coach, and Nicole Stockfish is the assistant coach. And our Camilla Sucre has just entered the building, so we're going to get her to work right away here. No score.
Does she want the headphones, or she's good?
Yeah, she's good. She's good. No headphones yet. Under 5 minutes remaining. No score between Darien and Brien McMahon. Darien in the white with the blue numbers, and Brien McMahon in the navy with the white numbers and the red trim. Here's Harnish.
Sorry. It's good work there by Harnish. She can get a corner kick out of this. Oh, it's even better. Oh! What a great work there by Harnish. If Darien can get a shot on target, I said, what a great time to sneak the first goal in. Let's get this ball back in the box. That's a good turn there by my new favourite player, Riley Garlick. But literally, I think Nell Niffin could be sitting back there in a deck chair, doing whatever she wants. They are putting absolutely zero pressure on the Darien defence. And as I said, I put this down to just reliance on Ortolano and McNamara, who they know they've got two great playmakers. And Darien's done a great job of shutting those two down, and no one else from McMahon's really come up with any other. Darien back in the attack here. I would look to just go straight past. That's well done.
Cece Stein. And
great defending there by
taken
Jocelyn
away
Lister.
by Jocelyn Lister, yep.
Great work by Lister. She can carry this up again, but there's no one there. They're just looking at Luna. I think Lister's decided she's come out of defence and she's not going back.
Jocelyn Lister, a junior, number 13 for Brien McMahon.
It was a great kid, a great referee as well. Actually does a lot of her refereeing in Darien for the youth games.
Youth games, yeah.
That's well done there by Dolan, and Finn with the giveaway there. McMahon back on the attack. Said it, but again, there's nowhere to go. As I said, I'm not sure. I said, other than, I mean, it looks to me, as I said, like the McMahon game plan is just to sit in, as I said, and hope McNamara and Ortolano can do something. They just, when they win the ball, which they've done very well, there's no plan going forward. And again, it's an easy giveaway. And as I said, if this game carries on like this, I don't think McMahon have got any chance of scoring in this game. It'd be can Darien sneak one and just carry on defending the same way. So I don't think McMahon's, and again, it may not be as I said, it may not be the coaches want to play. As I said, it looks to me like McMahon's, the plan is to get it up to Luna and support her. Like now, if they can get it into her feet, that's a great switch as well. That's well defended. And Darien the same up to Harnish, but again, there's no options for her either. That's a great ball into Bravo. But again, because there's no one there, that's just too easy. And again, at this point, you can't put it down to nerves. It's just more the system both teams are playing. The game's playing out very much the way the first game did. I think the coach that decides to be a little bit brave here will definitely be able to score in the second half. Both teams know they can defend against each other. Looks like both teams content just to let these last 30 seconds drift off the clock. Just winding down here till half-time.
So we're just about finished with the first half here. As time ticks away, John Bradley is taking his headphones off. He's going to take a little break here at the half, and this one's scoreless. After the first 40 minutes between Darien and Brien McMahon, first round of the state playoffs, as we take a look at the Darien sideline there, they brought their tents as the weather has not been very nice here in Norwalk, Connecticut. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more soccer action here on the DAF Media Network. After the first half, no score, Darien, Brien McMahon.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
We are at the half here on the DAF Media Network. First round of the CIAC Class LL state tournament between Darien and Brien McMahon Varsity Girls Soccer. The weather here in Norwalk, Connecticut, as you can see, the wet stuff coming down, the rain. Supposed to get more rain as the game progresses. We are at the half, just about ready to start the second half between these two CIAC rivals. They're meeting in the state tournament. No score. Very well played first half. John Bradley joining me. And John, no score. Both teams had opportunities in that first half, just unable to capitalize. But all in all, a pretty well played first half between these two teams.
Yeah, it was fairly even. I do believe Natalie Bravo is going to shoot. No, she's... let's just start the half all over again. Now, I said both teams cancelled each other out in that first half. There wasn't too many shots from open play. As I said, I think Darien's going to be the most dangerous from set pieces. I said I'm just wondering if each coach is going to come out. It will take us a few minutes here to see if the coaches are going to change up their formation or just play the same way. McMahon's gone straight back into the same setup with the one forward and the four defenders. I said I like Darien when they're attacking down the wings. I said I think if Darien gets a goal here, I think that they can shut up the game here and take a win back to Darien. I think the first goal here is going to be really important.
You get the sense, John,
there,
that this one could be a one-goal game. Whoever strikes first puts themselves in a really good situation. As that ball rolls out of bounds, it'll be a McMahon throw-in here. Brien McMahon in the navy blue uniforms with the red trim and the white numbers. They are moving from left to right here in this second half. Darien in the white uniforms with the blue numbers. They are moving from right to left in the second half.
Well, like I said, both teams have... that's a good cross there. Well claimed by Maniscalco. Both teams showed they can defend very, very well. So like I said, I think if either team gets this first goal, it's going to be incredibly difficult once the other team sits back to break him down. As I said, the opportunity to win this game is now in this first 10-15 minutes of this half, rather than wait until it's too late.
I was just going to ask.
Harnish on the attack here. I think this is a great situation for her. That's great skill. Great shot. Excellent work. And as I said, I think that's great skill there by Harnish. Took two players on. And again, it looks like Darien have... playing their same way with the 4-5-1. I said in this particular situation, I give the slight edge to Darien just with the age, the maturity, the strength. As I said, I think that McMahon didn't really create any shots from open play in that first half. So I said this first 10 minutes is going to be really interesting. McMahon goalie here, looking to punt the ball. Decent effort there, well headed by Dolan. Great touch, Harnish to Bravo. Harnish now be full of confidence after that last effort. As I said, I look for Darien to capitalise here, try and get on the score sheet in the next 5 minutes.
So we are just underway here in the second half of Varsity Girls Soccer. Brien McMahon, the 15 seed in the Class LL CIAC tournament, and Darien, the 18 seed in the tournament. As the rain coming down a little bit harder now.
Darien started this half very brightly. As I said, McMahon looks as though they're still over on the sideline chatting. Harnish being forced back a little bit here. Darien still in possession.
The umbrellas are out. The tents are up, as you can see there.
Gorgeous in here.
Beautiful. We are in the press box at Casa Grande Field. Nice and warm and cozy. Our entire production crew in there. Usually we go up on the roof with the cameras, but we elected to stay inside because of the weather. And again, our DAF media production crew, John, Peter McLean, Camilla Sucre, and Sarah Bogdan. I want to thank them. All student volunteers do a terrific job. They are what makes DAF Media work. And we're so happy we could bring you these live streams. Solger on the run on the far side here.
Darien in here. I think this is on target. That's great defending there.
By McNamara. McNamara showcasing her speed and quickness, John.
Yeah, she read the play well there.
The defense of Harnish.
But again, she's putting a lot of effort in on the, again, you're talking about the best offensive threat for both teams on the field. And she's putting a lot of energy in the defensive end. And I don't think she's had a shot today, so full credit to Darien. Ramsey here with a long throw in. Be a great time to get the first goal of the game. Another good throw. Well headed out by Ortolano. Ramsey with another one. That's actually well done there by the keeper. I said Darien all over McMahon here in the first 5 minutes, and I said the McMahon coaches clearly have just come out with the same intention.
That was Kayla Cochia, the McMahon goalie. Here's Solger on the far side of the field.
And again, with the coaching adjustments, it's great adjustments by the two Darien coaches. They've come out here and I won't say what it is, but they've seen a weakness in the McMahon team that they're going after.
This is why you love to coach, right? It's a little bit of a chess match.
Yes, I'm on best behaviour though. I can't give the secrets away. We could, Angelo might get a text as what to do next. I don't know. But again, as I said, if McMahon sitting like this, there we go. This was coming. I said if Darien can get this on target, this could be 1-0 Darien.
So this will be a direct kick, right, John?
Yep. And I'd look for either Bravo or Dolan. Oh, it looks like Harnish is taking this one. I can hear the crowd. Don't worry, it's a football field. He can see it. He doesn't have to count nothing.
The fans getting into this one.
We can hear you up here too.
And here's Harnish. Ball it around the 20.
That's a great effort. There we go. There we go. I told you. Now let's see what McMahon's going to do. As I said, my frustration here, if I was a McMahon player or parent, is they've just sat in, and now let's see if McMahon are going to open this game up. That's a great finish by Harnish from a free kick. He'll have seen the tape, maybe he wouldn't have seen the tape. Okay, you didn't want to give those to Harnish, to Bravo, to Dolan. And now let's see if the McMahon coaches are willing to have a go and give their kids some credit and actually have a chance to win this game. As I said, great advert there for practice. I said Ellen Harnish put a lot of effort in over the years. As I said, that's great technique. And again, coaches Lee and Mike will have watched the video, known exactly where to strike that ball, just get it on target, as I said. And that's a great finish. Now McMahon willing to have a go here and try and get back in this game.
So Ellen Harnish delivers the first blow as she scores off a direct kick, puts it in the back of the net. And Darien has a 1-0
McNamara now in the
lead.
box. This is dangerous.
Great cross by McNamara.
Yeah,
just
I mean, that's a great cross. And like I just said, it's taken 50 minutes for McMahon to do that. And for the coaches now, they've got to chase the game, and that's a difficulty. They've finally decided to go for it. That's an easy free kick for Darien. And as I said, I'm sitting there with not a clue why McMahon decided to sit in for this long without going for it. They've got some outstanding attacking players. I'm sure he's now going to push someone further forward. But I don't think there's a worry in the world right now for the Darien defence. And if Darien gets goal number 2, then I think that's all she wrote for McMahon. Bravo here will be looking to strike this Deep into the box.
Natalie Bravo, the free kick here. So Ellen Harnish puts Darien up 1-0 here in the second half.
It's a great strike. If this goes over the first line, that's a great strike though, and a great header by McMahon. I said those first headers are very hard to defend. That was an impressive header. I couldn't see the number there, but McMahon have actually done a real good job winning the first ball on set pieces tonight.
As we take another look at the Harnish goal, Kochia tries to go up and make the save, just couldn't quite get to it as Harnish puts it in just the perfect spot. A great job by our Sarah Bogdan on our ISO camera. She had that nailed. Nice work out of her.
And like I said, the next 30 minutes, strap in and let's see how brave McMahon are and if they're willing to attack here and go for it.
Yeah, Brien McMahon now will, as you said, John, have to chase this one.
And like I said, Luna's a great player as well. There, she's a great turn there. But again, it's similar to Harnish's troubles, but Darien don't have to worry about it because Darien scored already. Is Luna's being asked to do a hell of a lot by herself. Even now in this free kick, you got McNamara taking it. I think about 25 yards further forward than it actually might have been. I'm not sure any refs. No, the ref ain't. Oh, he finally figured it out.
So we are more than 10 minutes into this second half. Darien up 1-0 on an Ellen Harnish goal off a direct kick.
McNamara will be looking to do the same. That's a great strike as well.
And that ball is just wide of the near post.
It's a good save by Maniscalco. Maybe a little bit misjudged it there, but again, it's sometimes better to be safe. She was definitely 3-4 yards past the post, but as I said, if I was her, I'd have done the same thing. But again, even on this corner kick, I said I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but McMahon have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players outside the box. Clearly they've got confidence that McNamara can find Ortolano. Again, a great delivery. Just not enough bodies in the box. Darien, if they can win this back, can put McMahon under some trouble here. Great work there.
John, you...
That's an interesting ball back to McNamara. Oh, that's a great strike. We had a perfect angle there. Again, it looks like he's unleashed the dragon, but I don't know why he waited, as I said, so long. Darien's now going to have to look to contain McNamara. Looks like she's playing further up the field. Ortolano will contain the middle of the field for McMahon, and now they're now it's game on. Can the Darien back four hang on here for the last 29 minutes and book their bus ride to Cheshire? Not Cheshire, Suffield.
Suffield. The winner of this match gets the number 2 seed. Had a first round bye. Suffield will host the second round game against either Darien or Brien McMahon. Darien went up to Suffield last year and knocked off Suffield. They were the number 1 seed back in last year's Double L tournament. This year they're the 2 seed. Darien is the 18 seed. Last year Darien was the 8 seed in the state tournament.
Suffield will not want any part of seeing either of these two teams. I said right now the onus is on McMahon to try and get back in the game, or they'll be handing their uniforms in while Darien's on a bus ride for the second round.
This is a Darien team, John, that's been on a little bit of a roller coaster ride the back end of the season. They ended the regular season 1-3-1. Then they get the big upset win over Staples in the FCIAC tournament quarterfinals, and then they lose, get shut out by rival New Canaan 5-0 in the semis of the FCIAC tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I said that the difficulty, if you look at the way the Darien schedule falls, is their schedule in the beginning, no disrespect meant, is a lot of the easier teams in the league they have in the beginning. McNamara on the attack here, and then I'll get back to you on that. She's going to be looking to take this down the line again and get crossing if she can. And she's won a corner. So in Darien, it's much easier if you have a balanced schedule where some of the easier teams get mixed in. When you have them all in one go, it makes it difficult. So Darien had a very tough stretch in their last 6 games. but bounced back well. Obviously, had a great win against Staples. Now they're going to defend this corner. That's a great ball into the box.
John, you get the sense that since that Darien goal, McMahon has applied all kinds of pressure.
Yeah, like I said,
offense. They have really controlled this since the Darien goal.
Like I said from the first half, none of what I say is meant to be disrespectful to anyone, but they've got so many good attacking players, and their defence is very strong. I mean, with Hocker, Molivar, Lister back here, Papadopoulos the other side, they've got a really strong defence. So I think they could have been a little bit braver. Again, I've seen 3 or 4 of their games throughout the season, but on a day like today, if they let Darien... Yep, here we go again. If Darien sneaks this second goal, I don't see any way back into it for McMahon. And I said if he'd have gone for it from the beginning, with maybe McNamara up there with Luna, it would have set a completely different tone for the McMahon girls. As I said, I think that if Darien doesn't score, we'd have been sitting here at 0-0 going to PKs. I don't think McMahon was ever going to open the game up. And to look to defend for the whole game is very, very, very difficult. And again, Harnish will be looking here. She'll know if she gets this on target. This one, I'm not sure if it's going to be Harnish or Dolan to take this one.
You see both of them there as Natalie Bravo also there. It looks like it's going to be Dolan, Ilana Dolan.
And she's been practicing these relentlessly for years. This is a great chance for her. She's scored some beauties this season. And there's another, all just wide. See, my overconfidence in her. That's a great strike, though. So if she gets that on target, that's a goal. McMahon's still in the game here.
Take another look at that strike from Dolan. Just wide of the far post. A little bit closer than you originally thought, huh, John? By your reaction there.
Well, I have full confidence in her. So they've got 3 free kick takers that are excellent. But again, it looks like McMahon not too worried here about how pretty the game's going to be. Let's just...
Well, there is plenty of time left in this one. We're approaching the midway point of the second half.
And if you notice, he's not really playing, like I said, McNamara is tending to peel off to this side of the field. Chloe Ortolano are going to have to step this up in the middle of the park, get on the ball, feed McNamara, and as you can see, if you're watching closely, Leah Mike have put Ilana Dolan to shadow McNamara. So clearly, that every time McNamara gets the ball, she's going to have 2 players on her. Dolan's going to be touch tight defending her, and whichever defender's closest right now, that would be Fox. But it will just depend where she is on the field. I think Fox and Niffin in the middle of the defence have had great games today.
Nice defensive effort by Anna Fox there, one of the captains on this Darien team. Ilana Dolan, Lauren Solger, Anna Fox, and Eva Finn, the 4 captains for the 18-seeded Darien Blue Wave.
Well, like I said, massive onus now on McMahon to chase this game. So there's going to definitely be more space for the Darien players. There's definitely no rush for Darien. They can let the game come to them. Hocker here has been impressive out here on the right. Outstanding ice hockey player, for those of you that don't know her. And actually grew up in Darien and played soccer through the Darien Soccer Association. Oh, that's a great break. That's a great idea there. Unlucky from Bravo.
Kayla Cochia will take care of that.
That's a Darien throw, I think, if that goes out. Yep.
Darien, as we said, in the white. Brien McMahon in the navy blue. Thanks for joining us on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. So thrilled to be able to bring you this live stream. Our DAF Media production crew. consisting of Peter McLean, Camilla Sucre, and Sarah Bogdan this evening. The throw in off of Harnish's back.
That's well done there. But Darien won't mind McNamara picking the ball up that deep.
And Maggie Ramsey tracks this one down on the far
And again,
side of the field.
if you look at the changes they've made, it looks like Lister's pushing slightly higher up the field as well. Lister's actually an excellent centre midfielder as well. He plays her at centre back. As I said, I think in this last 15 minutes, with the Darien only having the one forward in Harnish, it looks like the McMahon coaches have gone to 3 at the back and pushed Lister into midfield.
Both of these teams in search of their first ever state titles. Brien McMahon has never won an FCIAC title or a state title, and the same can be said for Darien. Have never won
That's a...
So it'll be a free kick here for Brien McMahon, and you know, John, who's going to take that, number 9.
Well, we're about to find out. This is going to be definitely a shot on goal. Maniscalco lined the wall up well there. She made sure she can see. It's a fair distance out here, about 25 yards. It's a great strike and a great save by Maniscalco.
Nice save by Maniscalco.
And again, maybe that will turn out to be the difference. She's made a couple great saves today.
As we take another look at this, John Bradley, as Maniscalco with the nice save right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we look back, it's probably a similar height to the Darien free kick.
Yep, it was.
But again, some of it, when you're a keeper, depends on what you can see. I said, Kocha couldn't see, I would imagine couldn't see when Darien took theirs. Again, with McNamara on this team and Bravo on the other, the distance out don't seem to faze them. This might even help McNamara. I imagine it's going to be a great strike on goal here. I said, having seen her take these on many occasions, that is a great shot. Well defended there by Finn. Those are very, very difficult balls. There you can see the brains on McNamara. But she kept that ball lower than the other one, and that was far harder in these slick conditions for Maniscalco.
As we take another look at that, nice camera work by our Sarah Bogdan. Number
Ortolano here against 2 Darien players, 3 Darien players.
Number of views tonight on this live stream. Want to thank all of you for watching this on the DAF Media Network. High school varsity soccer. 1-0 Darien clinging to the 1-goal lead here with about 18 minutes remaining in the match. The winner moves on to the second round of the CIAC Class LL tournament. And the winner gets Suffield, the 2 seed, and that will be played Wednesday in Suffield.
Well defended there by Darien. And a goal kick. As I said, it's been a completely different last half an hour. And over the last 20 minutes since Darien scored. McMahon look a lot livelier, but again, if they can't find the tie and goal in the next 17 minutes, then that's it. I'll get to go and have a hot chocolate and go home and figure out how we're going to play Staples tomorrow.
John, as I was looking over at you, I was just thinking the first time I ever met you was on your run to the state finals. We won't talk about the outcome of those state finals, but that was a great season. 2015, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to do it again this year too. I'll let you know.
2015 made it all the way to the state finals, the Darien boys team, before bowing out to Glastonbury in what was a terrific season for the Blue Wave boys team. Damian Andrew alongside John Bradley. So glad you could be with us. 1-0 Darien thanks to an Ellen Harnish goal off a direct kick.
That's a great turn there by Garlic. Unlucky. Yeah. Oh, great tackle. And a fantastic ball there. Unlucky. I'll tell you what a second half, though, compared to the first half. First half
Boy,
was slow. Both teams defensive, really defensive.
the pace has really
Oh, here we go. Another free kick.
quickened.
No, I think he's decided that's enough free kicks. Oh, that's a great bit of skill there. Well defended by Niffin.
One nothing, Darien, as you can see at the bottom of your screen. Blue Wave were the 8 seed a year ago in this Class LL state tournament. Made a nice deep run all the way to the state semifinals before losing to Staples. And then Staples went on to lose to Ridgefield in the state title match. Ridgefield, the Class LL state champs a year ago.
And what a matchup that is Wednesday. Staples,
Yeah.
New Canaan.
Staples, New Canaan. Yeah.
And not brave enough to make my prediction in public. New Canaan on fire at the right time. I think they're going to give Staples a good game on Wednesday.
Well, as we were talking about Darien, the way they finished the regular season, not the way they had wanted to, but were able to spring the upset in the CIAC tournament with the win over Staples, the top seed, playing well here tonight in the first round of the state tournament. You just never know. But the one thing we do know is once you get in, anything can happen in the postseason. Overcast and rainy, dreary
great
night
work
here.
there by Darien. Oh, that's going to be tricky. It's going to roll out.
Rolls across the end line.
But again, that won't bother the coaches. I said 14 minutes here. Well done there by Bellissimo. Great throw there by Bravo. Oh, unlucky there. But like I said in the first half, McMahon had, Ortolano's had a good, I mean, the McMahon team's actually played fairly well tonight. As I said, I just think that there was too much expected of McNamara defensively in that first half, which held them back a little bit. So I can only imagine how good this team would be if McNamara played in a more attacking role for them. So I think they've been very impressive in this second half.
We just showed you that yellow umbrella. There's a number of them out here at Casa Grande Field. It has been a wet one, a wet night here in Norwalk. Cochia scoops it up.
It's a lovely English summer's evening.
It certainly
Gorgeous.
is. You're not unfamiliar with this kind of weather. So, John, let me ask you this. We've got about 12 minutes remaining in the match. Time, obviously, becoming an opponent for Brien McMahon now, too. They have been aggressive on offense throughout this second half. I guess just continue to keep attacking, correct?
Yeah, I think that they're, I mean, that's a great work there by McNamara and Ortolano. Yeah, as I said, it's just a strange game. As I said, I don't really, they've been so much better this last 30 minutes with the two forwards but now obviously Darien can afford to sit back. It looks like Darien's playing slightly more defensive because the onus is on McMahon to get the equaliser. That's another great corner, well defended. They look easy, but they're not easy balls to defend. That's well done there by Fox.
That was Anna Fox, the header that sailed over the crossbar. So Brien McMahon will get another corner here into the box. And the header just misses. Let's see if we got that.
I thought that's what they'd be looking for. Was that Ortolano?
It was Ortolano. The header just wide of the far post. Great work by our Sarah Bogdan on our ISO camera there. And here's Bravo.
She'll take as long as she can till this ref says, hurry up. What a great goal kick. That's well defended.
Darien in the white, Brien McMahon in the navy blue. Bravo, the throw-in.
So, that's a
and a nice stop by
great work.
Cochia. Nice work by Bravo there.
Second goal would have put that away, but again, it still gives McMahon a chance to. I think Lister's done well since she's moved into midfield.
An animated crowd here at Casa Grande Field. 1-0 Darien. Under 9 minutes remaining in the match as the Blue Wave trying to hold on and punch their ticket to a second round matchup with number 2 seeded Suffield up north in upstate Connecticut. And that match would be played on Wednesday.
Looks like McMahon's trying to keep working this down the wing, see if they can get another corner kick. Oh, well, that's a goal kick.
So a goal kick, and it looks like Bravo will do the honors. Damian Andrew, John Bradley joining you. Thanks for joining us here on the DAF
Another
Media
great
Network.
strike. That's going to be a tricky one if she can shield this out. Oh, that's a...
And that'll be a foul on McMahon.
You are right, there seems lots of hats and gloves and umbrellas out there.
Certainly are. A number.
Not in here, it's toasty in here, it's nice.
A number of umbrellas and blankets out there.
Said 7 minutes to go here for Darien to hang on and book the bus to Suffield.
The rain still coming down here. It has rained on and off, pretty much on though, throughout this match.
Should be a white throw here.
Eva Finn, the throw in.
Again, you can see Bravo's experience here, just taking her time, letting the clock tick down.
And Bravo will take the free kick here.
That's going to be, oh, that's very well defended.
Brien McMahon throw in here. Peyton McNamara motioning to her team.
Yeah, I said it must be very aggravating for her. But again, they've still got 6 minutes. She'll keep rooting her teammates on. That's good work by Ortolano.
Oh, ball slipped by.
But again, there's just not enough bodies in the box. I mean, I just can't figure here with 5 minutes left why they're still playing with 4. Looks like they dropped back to 4 defenders. As I said, I'll take my... I just can't figure out why McMahon are not pressing here. There's almost like a lack of urgency.
Here's Harnish.
And this... And as I said a minute earlier, if they'd have had 2-3 forwards up there, they could have had an easy goal. As I said, I'm not seeing in these next 5 minutes, unless Ortolano or McNamara can produce a moment of magic, how McMahon are going to win this or even tie this up. Darien clearly in no hurry at all. The ref in no hurry to make the move any quicker either. So everything here playing into Darien's hands. It's a tough throw if you lose the ball there. It's definitely no foul. But again, well won back by Darien.
And Cochia picks it up. Both goalies, John, in this match have made some nice stops. Cochia and Maniscalco have been...
yeah, Maniscalco's made a couple of good ones, as I said. Cochia's made 1 or 2. There hasn't been that many chances from open play, but what the goalies have had to do, they've done well. As I said, just if Darien can just keep playing like this, then I think the clock's going to... maybe they'll prove me wrong, but I just said I'm sitting here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many players behind the ball from McMahon. I'm just not seeing the intent. And again, that'll just be orders from the sideline. As I said, that if this was my game, I'd be sitting there with 3, 4 forwards going all out in these last 3 minutes. But again, you still got to watch out if McNamara or Ortolano can. Again, that's just going to be an easy throw for Darien. Oops. Still should be Darien's throw. Oh. Now it looks like a change to bring an extra forward on.
Caitlin Hawker throw in. Ortolano fighting for position there. The senior captain.
This could be, there we go, Harnish is in. Great, here we go, number 2. There it is! There's your game. There's your game. And that's all she wrote. I can take my headphones on. As I said, Darien, game plan better, execution better.
Ellen Harnish with a nice goal there, her second of the afternoon, as she has had a big game here in the first round of the Class LL state tournament. Ellen Harnish, and it's 2-0 Darien.
And to the wonderful boys parent helper Cheryl Olsen, I have requested the tent for tomorrow. I see Kyle, the assistant AD, on his phone right now, just getting the message. We will have a tent for tomorrow, as we are going to get completely soaked tomorrow afternoon in our game at Staples. And again, 2 minutes to go here. Thoroughly deserved win for Darien. I said some games you can say you was lucky, and I'd rather be lucky than good in some games. Darien, utterly dominant performance today. Again, A lot of talent on the field for McMahon today. Can't put it on players, coaches, just one of those games. They didn't come out and perform today. Darien utterly deserved, and then what a matchup from last year with Darien playing Suffield.
Under 2 minutes remaining here, under 1:30 remaining, and it certainly looks like Darien will head north to Suffield for the second straight season in the state playoffs. They beat Suffield on a Katie Ramsey goal last year, 1-0, or 1-0, and part of their deep run in the state tournament, Class LL. So we are under a minute remaining in this match. Darien up by 2 goals, both of them scored by Ellen Harnish, one off a direct kick. That was the first goal in the first half, or in the early in the second half. The Darien girls volleyball team won this evening, beating Hall 3-1, and they move on in state play there. As you heard John mention, the Darien boys soccer team will play tomorrow at Loeffler Field in Westport at Staples High School. Yeah, maybe. It's supposed to be a
we're moved.
downpour.
We're on the turf now. But we still got thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon.
Thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, so we'll see how that plays out.
Could be Wednesday.
And then Wednesday, the Darien field hockey team will play New Canaan in the state tournament. So that'll do it for this one. Darien wins 2-0 on 2 Ellen Harnish goals. We're going to take a look at the goals as we take a look at the Darien celebration. Here's the first Harnish goal off the direct kick. She puts it in the back of the net. A great strike there from Harnish. And then the second goal is right here, late in the second half. She gets behind the defense, makes a nice move, and then another nice strike, and is able to find the back of the net. So that will do it as Darien beats Brien McMahon 2-0 in the first round of the Class LL state tournament on a rainy, soggy night in Norwalk, Connecticut. A shout out to our DAF media production crew. Did just an awesome job bringing you all the sights and sounds of this one. Our director, Peter McLean, our camera one operator, Camilla Sucre, and our ISO camera operator, who did a terrific job on both of those Harnish goals, Sarah Bogdan. For John Bradley, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, Darien beats McMahon 2-0 here at Casa Grande Field. The Blue Wave move on to the second round of the state tournament on Wednesday, where they will face Suffield in upstate Connecticut. So that'll do it for us. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.